Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. I'm so glad you're here. A very happy Thursday. It's November 18, 2021, and you've found Ham Radio Live. Weather's going to get better. Just hold out a few days here. Weather's getting better. This weekend, much better. A big, wide welcome hello, your YouTube mate on Ham Radio from the four winds of the world, wherever you may be. Away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shack. A very happy Thursday to you, wherever you are. It's a little dark. Sorry, my appointments went long. When you go to a medical appointment, right, and you've been there months before, you'd think they remember everything that you had because, has your life changed that much? Ask that question. It's simple. Anyway, I almost waited for them to ask me how many pets I had. No kidding. The whole purpose of why we're here is to help you get an amateur radio. It really is, because some people don't know how to do it. But before we do that, we have people from all over the world who are here, and it amazes me that Europe is here because it's really late there. And I was really trying to rush home after errands after the physical therapy appointment to hurry back and get here. First one right here from UK to Echo Zero, Romeo Echo Echo. That's Andy Cowley. Welcome, mate. Good to see you. Happy Thursday. Very late to you there. And I'm so sorry it's so late. I really am. I feel terrible for that. My brother Bob, courtesy of WIFI. Bob, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry I was gone so long today. I didn't think I'd ever get out of the physical therapist. Hi, Rod. Whiskey 3 miles per gallon, all the way in Pennsylvania. How's the weather there? Has it really cooled down quite a bit? Here, it's just kind of rainy, normal. Color Me OD, great to see you, mate. Wow, what a treat it is for me. It's been a couple of days, I think. I hope you and your family are well. Thanks for coming back. It's great to see you, truly. It means a lot. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, better. Yeah, look, I can go higher, but, and they want me to get pulleys so I can work my rotator cuff better. So we'll get there. He was really impressed with how much flexibility I have, which is a good thing. Let's tell you about how to get into ham radio. First of all, contact a national radio group. They're going to help you find a local one, and that's the one you want to be friends with, because not only will they help you get your license passed, but they also might have gear they can either lend you or sell you at a good price and help you get on the air. One of them is the Radio Society of Great Britain. Find them at www.rsgb.org. If you're in the U.S., the American Radio Relay League at www.arl.org. Up in Canada, the Radio Amateurs of Canada, they're at www.rac.ca. In Japan, the Japan Amateur Radio League at www.jarl.org. And down in Australia, the Wireless Institute of Australia at www.wia.org. You can hit any one of those up. Just hit the contact us bar. Let them know you want to be in ham radio. If you'd like to email the show, hit me up at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. And welcome to all of you wherever you may be. It's good to see you. Today, we have another topic question. I hope you enjoy it. Yesterday was a lot of fun about the couple things you'd buy if you had a chance, certificate. Today's question is, what are 3 things? Remember, we cater to new hams here. People who want to get in the hobby or people who are new to it. What are 3 things you'd advise new hams to have or do? All right? 3 things you would, tell them might be a good idea to have this, or do this. Hit me up in the comment section. Be interesting to see what you think about that. The weather is not great, but it's going to get better. This weekend, we will have good numbers. Let me tell you about some people coming. I did speak to Will Jourdain today from ICOM North America. He's going to be a rock star this Saturday. Wait till you meet him. He is super good and really has a lot of great information for you about ICOM gear. Alpha 4 Whiskey Juliet. That's Will Jourdain from ICOM North America. That's this Saturday, November 20th at 20 UTC. That's going to be 8 p.m. London, noon Pacific, and 3 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone of North America. Then Tuesday, Richard Stubbs from MFJ, my mate from MFJ, comes back, and I'm so excited for that. Doggone it, Richard's amazing. Love him. He comes with a discount code for you on Tuesday, November 23rd at 20 UTC. So folks in Europe, that's going to be at 8 p.m. in the UK. I believe that's 9 p.m. like Germany, right? 9 p.m. Germany and France and those countries. and then 3 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone, noon Pacific. Please join us for Richard Stubbs from MFJ. He'll have some really good savings for you before Christmas. Going to be a good show. Then on the big weekend of Thanksgiving here, Saturday, November 27th at 20 UTC, noon Pacific in North America, 3 p.m. in the East, Mr. Fred Dennen, Whiskey 4, Lima, joins us from BeLoud.us. He's going to talk about his program where you can run a real superstation. I mean the real thing. Tower already up, directional antennas already there. You control the rotators, you control the power, you control everything from your home computer. BeLoud.us. Join us for Fred Dennen on November 27th at 20 UTC. Again, noon Pacific North America and 3 p.m. in the East. That's 8 p.m. in London. Then on December the 4th, this is going to be such a fun show. If you haven't yet downloaded the Super QSO app, you should on your phone, tablet, or laptop. It's such a great app. It really is. Matt Missenmacher down in Argentina developed this app for your phone where it's just like Facebook, but it's for hams. Great program, and really cool too. Like if you buying and selling goods, maybe you're going to be on a POTA and you want to tell what frequency you're at, whatever. It's really cool. His call sign, Lima Union 2, Alpha Charlie Hotel. Please join us for that. December 4th at 20 UTC. Talk about his new ham radio app called Super QSO. Should be a lot of fun. Let's catch up with your comments because they are aplenty. Again, the excuse me. I've got two, by the way, and a new sign up from South Africa. This is kind of interesting, too. Question today is, what are 3 things you'd advise new hams to have or do? 3 things. Remember, new hams watch the show, so that's kind of neat. Let's first get in the weather at Powered by ICOM. I will get to your comments. Give me a moment. Weather today, Powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. There is 2894 up there right about 10 o'clock on the sun. That's the first of the 2 sunspots. If you look below that, right about 8 p.m. on the sun, you're seeing kind of a bright area there. That's 2895. It's coming our way. Here's the backside of the sun. Notice both have disappeared. They are turning in the Earth's direction. That means better conditions coming this weekend. Here's the coronal hole map. Nothing imminent. In fact, the last 3 days from the sun have been extremely stable. K-index finally down. It was K4. Now it's just puttering along at K1. So good noise floors right now. Conditions out of Boulder, SFI 81. I expect that number to rise to at least 90 by Saturday. We'll see. Solar number 33. A-index finally down to 8. K is down to 1. BZ latitude is a negative 0.9. So, we don't want that negative, but at least the solar wind has come down. It was at over 500 kilometers per second earlier today. It's now dropped to 472.2 kilometers per second. Moon bouncers have excellent conditions tonight. HF bands, they're not the greatest, to be honest with you, but hang in there. Over the weekend, it should improve. MUFs from around the world. This is current right now. Alaska's at 20.94. Boulder, Colorado at 23.38. Chickamauga, Peru, 25.22. Athens, Greece, in the middle of the night at 11.4 megahertz. Nye look at them, 39.81 megahertz. And Darwin, Australia at 15.48 megahertz. The Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map, North America, you're going to run 23 megahertz down to 25 megs if you're in the south. So 23 megahertz Alaska, 25 if you're down in Florida and Texas. If you're in South America, well, you're running 25 to 29 megahertz, depending on where you're at. If you're more in the central part of South America, you're going to be running around 29. If you're up towards the northern part of Brazil, about 25. Folks in Europe, you're on 11 megahertz, so 30 and 40 meters is good. If you're in Asia, Far East, right now into Japan, you're at 20 meters already. Very good start for you. And the folks that are on the Gold Coast of Australia are already on 15 meters at 21 megs. And the folks down south, you're on still 40 meters to 30 and 40. But the good stuff is coming. It's just off the coast within the hour. Most of the whole eastern part of Australia should be on 15 meters. Your ham and shortwave forecast for today, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Daytime ham radio bands today. Voice 2017, possible 15 in the north. It's kind of spotty today. I have looked at it real carefully, and it is very spotty. Equatorial latitudes 20, 17, 15, 12, and possible 10. Again, take a look at the central part of South America. You can get it, but it's not everywhere. Southern hemisphere today 20, 17, 15, possible 12, and 10 in the south. Data 30 to 10 all latitudes. Hold on. Better conditions coming this weekend. Your nighttime ham band openings 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. Your best DX still on 40, but 20 and 17 will work brilliantly at gray line for you. Shortwave bands today, 31, 25, 22, and 19. And shortwave nighttime today, that's for this evening now, 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 100% chance of 19. If you're in the mid and southern latitudes, it'll go well after an hour after sunset. The best nighttime bands for the northern hemisphere, 25, 49, and 60 are definitely going to be rock stars. All right, let's look at your comments because those are the ones we came for. You're part of the show here, and we're grateful you came. All right, let's connect with all of you. I have to hurry and get better. Way up, way up. And by the way, I said better because Andy, nice comment. Thank you. Andy said, Larry, I hope you're better. Thank you for that. I am. I really am. I thought about today. I mean, I couldn't tie my shoes. I couldn't put my socks on. I couldn't, put my pants on. That's embarrassing. But as time has went on and, a lot of exercise and a lot of, I guess work, it came back together. So I can do all of that stuff again, which is great. But like lifting stuff out, not good. But we're getting there. Thank you, Andy. That's very kind of you to ask. And I appreciate it. His call sign is 2 Echo 0, Romeo Echo Echo. Thanks, Andy. Good stuff. All right. Lewis is here from Heber City, Utah. Greetings from the Heber Valley in Northeast Utah. His call sign Kilo Kilo 7 Alpha Alpha Golf. Nice to see you, Lewis. And nice comment. He talked about trying to work Ishmael on 7.2 megs. One thing I don't like about, and this is not personal to Ishmael at all. It's not. Just don't take it that way. If you run on like a 0-0, okay, whether that be at 7.100, which you really can't do, but 7.200 you can, there's going to be a ton of people there already. So a lot of QRM. Try and work someplace like an odd number, like a 3, a 2, a 7, 8, somewhere in there, because a lot of people love to run the 0s and 5s. So sneak in the middle. You can make better calls. You'll be surprised what it does. So yeah, nice comment. I did like your email, Lewis. Thank you for that. John's here from Canada with Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey Juliet X-Ray. John, it's nice to see you. Thanks for coming. You made my day. Sean, my goodness gracious, it's late where you are and you came anyway. Look at you, man. I gotta stop touching the table so much. Shakes the camera. I've been told. Sean, it's great to see you. 2 Echo 0 X-Ray Bravo Tango. It's in my mind, just couldn't say it. Sean, I'm amazed you're here. It's very late, and I appreciate you coming. Thank you. Wow, late. Rod said we had snow a couple of days ago, but dipped into the high 20s. Right now it's 39 and clear. Yeah, where Rod lives, it's normal to have very long winters. So yeah, that's a rough thing. All right, Andy Kelly answering our question today. Most important is the antenna, then power supply, then radio. I can't agree more with you, Andy. That's really good advice. And for young hams, when I started out, I had a friend from my church who literally gave me to keep as long as I wanted a Kenwood TS2000. He said, here, use it. It's never been used. No kidding. And he said, put your money into an antenna. Everything depends on the antenna. And as I've found as years have went on, he was 100% right. Yeah, that's very good. Most important is the antenna, then power supply, then radio. Yeah, I think that's good, Andy. Yeah, especially on the antenna. I love it. Good comment. Good comment. And yeah, very good. Mike Oswald's here. Hi, Mike. Alpha Alpha 7. Mike Oscar in Kirkland, Washington. Welcome, Mike. A very happy Thursday afternoon to you. It's good to see you. Wow. Just can't believe all the people that are here this late. Andy New, also from the UK, is here. Welcome. I'm going to give applause to all the UK people because it's so late. Andy is a shortwave guy. He also has cancer. He's also wanted to study for his foundation license in the UK. Become a ham radio operator. His call sign in hand shortwave is Mike Hotel 3007 SWL. Thanks for that, because I was saying 3000. Andy, thank you for coming. A very happy Thursday evening. It's almost Friday for you guys. Man, oh man. Evening to Greg. He's in Bettendorf, Iowa. His call sign Kilo Fox 0 Charlie Union Zulu. He says, antenna and good feed line first. Don't be a scope head. Call CQ. Amen. Amen. Yes. And Greg brings up a really good point, and we'll get to your trivia question in just a moment because I know that's important. But, when you look at radios today and you see the scope, right? You see the waterfall, and the waterfall makes a big difference. It doesn't matter what band you're on, but pick any band, and you're watching waterfalls. You're seeing where signals are. Doesn't matter. You just start clicking through everything, and pretty soon you get stuck looking at the radio instead of actually working the radio. And there's a huge difference between the two. Learn to listen. That's my number one thing to you. Learn to listen, because there are tons of signals out there that don't appear on waterfalls that are far away that you're missing if you don't listen. Good comment, Greg. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Oh, wow. All the way in Eastern Tennessee. Jeff's here. Hi, Jeff. November 4, Papa Oscar Delta, 5-9 in Eastern Tennessee. Thank you, Jeff. Good evening, mate. Good to see you. My goodness. Wow. Andy can't contribute much to this topic, but we'll watch with interest. And see, this is good because this is people like Andy who are coming into ham radio. This is stuff for him and others who are starting their ham radio life. John Canuck, Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey Juliet X-Ray, ARL Ham Radio Handbook, good quality feed line, good shack, and equipment grounding is essential. Absolutely. Ground your gear. And if you get a ground braid, right, or a big piece of wire, copper wire, don't ground here and here and here. Ground in the same place. You can have RF loops if you don't. It does make a difference. By the way, yesterday did make a couple of errors and it bugged me. It just, those things do. Oh, jeez. First of all, Nano VNA is an antenna analyzer, not an antenna tuner. Brilliant. Very nice. And then the other thing was on the Palstar amplifier. It is a solid state amplifier. It is not a tube amplifier. Larry was wrong. So there you go. I knew it was a solid state, but somehow my mind was thinking ACOM. It's life. Okay. Let's get to your first of two trivia questions. Now, North America gets 10. Outside North America gets 10 because North America has got to catch up somehow. Maybe we'll see. And if they don't, then hey, the world wins it because right now it's 80-60, but it was 80-30. Here's the first question. In what year did amateurs lose the use of 11 meters and subsequently Citizens Band Radio was born? Yep. Remember, CB is 11 meters. It used to be part of the ham frequencies. What year did it happen? So what year did we lose it as an amateur band and it became Citizens Band? Was it A, 1947, B, 1951, C, 1958, or D, 1960? Hit me with A, B, C, or D. We'll let you know which continent wins today on trivia question number 1. And by the way, I got it wrong. So there you go. I'll put up my wrong questions. I don't care. Sean, and by the way, he is a full licensee in the UK. He's also a representative for the RSGB. He's knowledgeable, knows what he's talking about. Great information here. 1, and this is, I was waiting for someone to say this. I'm so glad you did, Sean. Join a good club or society. Yes, get yourself involved with a ham club or society. Number 1, do that. Even before you go to study for your license, get involved with people who are like-minded, who love ham radio, because they're going to help you. They're getting so much in their mind to share with you to help you not only pass your license exam, but afterwards help you with radio. Sean, thank you. Thank you for saying that. That is so important. 2, listen lots. And yes, listening is so important. Don't look at a screen and don't be afraid to call CQ. Even if you're on 160 or 80 or 40 or whatever. In fact, I was on 20 once. I called CQ and some guy said, I don't get it. It's been a long time since I ever heard CQ called here on 20 meters. I can't believe you called it. It's great. And I'm like, really? Okay. Yeah, really. Don't be afraid to call CQ. Also, 3, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Early on in my ham radio life, I found some forums, I'll put it that way. I'm not going to say where. I found some forums to be very unhelpful because if you didn't know an answer, they made you feel like an idiot. No one wants to be made to feel like an idiot. So be kind and don't be afraid to ask questions because remember, no one knows everything. I don't know everything. No one does. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's so important. Sean, I think right there, I think we have the comment of the show. I do. I think it's the comment of the show. Yep. Join a good club society, listen lots, and ask questions. Great stuff for new hams. Great stuff. All right, let's get to your first trivia question, see who's got it. What year did amateurs lose the use of 11 meters and subsequently Citizens Band Radio was born? Think about this. All right, first one in is Andy Cowley from the UK. Answers D, 1960. No. And please answer only one time per round, okay? Because otherwise people go A, then B, then C, then D. So Andy answered D. No, it wasn't 1960. All right, next one up. From the U.S., Rod, Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf, said C, 1958. You know what? I got it wrong, but he got it right. That was fantastic. Well done, Rod. Wow. Rod, you did it. It was 1958, Rod. In fact, this actually started in 1951. The discussions began in 51 to, bring Citizens Band into, the world. And it wasn't until 58 that it happened, though. Rod, Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf brings North America within 10 points now. Wow. I didn't know if that ever happened. It was 80-30. So we're coming back. All right. Second of two. Here we go. What is a rover? Then please don't say it's a thing on the moon. Okay. Is it A, special purpose de-expedition vehicle with all-wheel drive and camping gear, including generator and portable mast? Okay. Is it B, an automatic autonomous transmitter detection platform? Is it C, a station that operates from several grid squares during a contest? Or is it D, an undercover FCC field engineer? Wait a minute, we need to get the right music for this. Hold on. An undercover FCC field engineer designed to monitor amateur radio use at public events like Hamfests and conventions. Wow. If only. If you don't get this one right, then something's wrong. Okay, first one on trivia question 2. Jeff, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta says it is C, a station that operates from several grid squares during a contest. Bang, he got it in the North American continent. Has tied it up. It's 80-80. Brilliant. Yeah, it is. A rover is somebody, usually you'll find these guys in contests, they're the clubs, right? And they have one or two people that are going between different grid squares to try and get more points. That's why they do it. So in a contest, the more grid squares you have, the more points you get. It's the multiplier. So it makes it good. Let's see who else got it right, because we'll quickly move on to our topic. All right. Other people who also answered, by the way, Rod in Pennsylvania, also C. Sean, 2 X-ray 0 Bravo X-ray Tango. No idea on that one. That's a different question. Ishmael, welcome. Dominica is in the house. Hi, Ish. Good evening, mate. Good to see you. Juliet, 72, India Mike Sierra. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Russ is back. Hey, Russ. Kilo Golf 0 Bravo Kilo. Also got C. Good job. John Hummel Newell in Canada, Victor Echo 5, Juliet Hotel November had B. John up in Canada as well, Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey Juliet X-Ray with C. Kjell in Norway, Lima Bravo 0, Yankee India is here. Hi, Kjell. Good evening to you. Almost good, I guess good morning now. Wow. Good to see you. He also answered C, by the way. Sean in the UK with B. Andy New had B. Lewis in Utah had B. And Daniel Bryan, nice words here. This is really cool. Daniel Bryan, big respect to the ham radio community, and what a great channel all the way. Oh, Danny, thank you. Seriously. That's very nice. Thank you, Danny. I mean that. Thanks for saying that. That's really very thoughtful. Jeff with a woot. And then Sean, 2 Echo 0 X-ray Bravo Tango. No wonder I didn't get that. I don't do contests. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's the way it works. All right, let's get back to your question today. This is to help new hams, people who are getting in the hobby. Here it is. What are 3 things you'd advise new hams to have or do? So either, a tangible thing or to do. So far, the answers have been brilliant. They really have. And I hope they help younger hams, because all of these things are very important. What you're being told here is from experienced people who are in ham radio and people who have done it before. They're trying to teach you from their mistakes, right? So you could always get a super amount of things good by learning from people who know. That's good. Very good. All right. Kel, hi, all. Just looking in late here. Have to go to bed soon. Totally get it, man. Totally. Yoki, that is a first timer, and that's applause. Welcome, man. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. I mean that sincerely. 3 things. This is cool. Soldering iron, patience, and a good Elmer. But that's brilliant. And then you know what? All three things are good. Learn to solder, okay? Have patience. Nothing comes quickly. I don't care who you are and how much you know. None of it comes fast. It takes a lot of mistakes. It does. Learn from your mistakes. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We all do. I don't care who you are. Full class, extra class, general, foundation, full, doesn't matter. We all do. So just learn, okay? Have patience. And a good Elmer, someone you can count on to ask questions of, is priceless. Try and get a good Elmer. Someone that's, and an Elmer for people who are outside of ham radio means someone who's older and has a lot of experience at ham radio. That is a priceless gift. I want to thank you today for coming, Don. Thank you. His call sign, by the way, is Golf 7, India Mike Oscar. It's really a pleasure to have you. Thank you. Greg Boggs is here from North Carolina. Hi, Greg. Hey, Larry and everyone. Besides the basic equipment, radio antenna, SWR meter, etc., all new hams should have some basic tools. A good multimeter, soldering iron, so on. So Greg is very similar to Don in the UK. Yep. Have some tools around and then have some skills too. Good stuff. That's good. All right. Let's see. Andy New, by the way, he has signed up for the ham train course starting December 9th. He's looking forward to it. He's joining a ham radio club, which is great. Andy Cowley from the UK, 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. He said, great. And if you could do a course online, go to Discord and look for online art commentary. So what he's talking about is distance learning. You know, the RSGB and many radio groups in the UK are offering really good distance learning for not only the foundation license, but also intermediate and the full. So keep an eye out for that. Distance learning is a great way to learn and get your ham radio license. And I know in the UK, they also have experienced people who come along and answer questions too. So don't be afraid to join one of those. Thor, this only comes from a Minnesotan right there.
What's the big idea? Don't stand there gawking, son. Speak up.
Only from a guy in Minnesota. Winter sucks. That is all. Thor, thanks for coming. Kilo 0 Tango Juliet Tango is his call sign. He's right. I used to live in Minnesota. I know. Oh, that's the only place in my life for folks that live in the South. Okay. If you grew up in Florida or Texas or a warm climate, when it gets real cold, like 20 below, and the wind's blowing, your pants are literally stiff, like jeans, slacks, doesn't matter. They're stiff as a board. And every time you breathe in, your nose hairs, this sounds gross, but it does happen. Your nose hairs, they freeze. Everything freezes as you breathe in. So he's right. Winter is awful, especially in the northern climates. Russ Bickle, his call sign, Kilo Golf, 0 Bravo Kilo. Again, Russ, it's good to see you. Thank you. Happy Thursday. Got my drone with wire for antenna caught on neighbor's apartment. Works as a long wire right now. That's good. Yeah, I'm sorry about it getting caught. But still, that's wonderful. It really is to get it taken care of. A drone can be used to set your antenna wires up in tall trees like that. It's a brilliant way to do it. Some people use a slingshot. They do. And, there's really no wrong way. Some people use a big pole. Some people use extendable masts. Really no wrong way to do it, but I love the drone because the drone is just simply hanging the wire way up high and then, bringing it back down. That's brilliant. I love that. Jeff, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta, went to my cardiologist the other day. EKG was good, but she still wants me to do a stress test and get an EKG afterwards. Wow, been nearly 2 years since the last echo. Jeff, you're in our prayers, man. Seriously, ain't no lie. Our mother passed away. Bob and I's mom passed away at 57 years old. Heart problems. So that's real personal. You're my prayers, man. Seriously, I hope you feel better. Let us know how it goes, please, okay? November 4, Papa Oscar Delta. It's hard to go through all that. Lewis, yes, agreed. It's very bad. 20 meters is a rough mess right now in the U.S. I can show you on mine. 20 is dead. Here's 20. We'll move up to the voice portion. It's just, there's nothing. Then there's nothing. And this antenna, by the way, works fine. It's Callum's antenna. It works great. But there's just nothing there today. So, yeah, it is rough. He said, antenna is important, one that works. And R8 coax, in my case, I get the 7300, but an important investment was spending a week clearing up signals and learning the filters. Yeah, spend time listening. That's the best thing you can do right now on ham radio. If you're not a ham or you're not licensed yet, but you have a radio, even if it's gone. I have some shortwave stuff here. Even if you have like a shortwave thing, like maybe you have a Texan or you have a old Grundig or maybe a Sony or, something like that. Learn to receive because they'll pick up ham bands too. Just put on sideband and learn to receive. You'll be fascinated what you could learn by just learning to tune something in. Something that was impossible to hear before because there's so much static. You work it, you start to close the bandwidth a little bit. You start to work the signal a little bit. You add a little noise reduction to it. Now you can hear it. And that makes a big difference. Learning the filters is good. Thanks, Lewis. It's good. And let's see here. I want to get to all your comments. It's really good. Jeff, got my 2022 handbook box set ordered already. Good for you, man. That's good. I'm working on something right now with my wife. And it's funny because it's through Sean. People who don't know that I told him I would do this. And I intend to. I really do. Sean, 2 Echo. Why do I keep doing that? 2 Echo 0 X-ray Bravo Tango. Easy to say. Sean is a member of the RSGB. He's a district rep. And I said I really wanted to join the RSGB too. So I'd be ARL member and RSGB member. And that'd get me Radcom, right? I'd get Radcom magazine, wouldn't I, Sean? I think so. Anyway, I want to do that. But when we get this close to Christmas, we have a rule in our family. If it's over $25, we have to tell each other. Because otherwise it's a Christmas gift. Could be. So, yeah, my wife's could get a hold of Sean for that. That's one of the things I want to do. Because I want to still learn, too. And Radcom has some great stuff in it. Have seen a little bit of Radcom, but really haven't got one in my hand to read it. So I'd like to have that resource as well as QST because there's great look, if you have QST, open it up and look at it. There's some great articles in QST. So I just like to learn from Radcom, too. Be fun. All right, so let's see. Final comments here. We got a lot of folks wishing Jeff in Tennessee some good words, and that's nice. That's nice. Thanks. That's good. That's the way we should be. Wish each other the best because we want to keep everybody healthy. That's good. Ishmael, he says the Heil equipment is in Dominica. Getting them tomorrow at Ham Radio Live. Enjoy. My father-in-law just bought the ProSet 3s. ProSet headphones, and he loves them. He called me yesterday. He's like, Larry, I love these headphones. And it surprised me, to be honest, because he has a good set of Sonys. If you know about headphones like Beats, not very good because they really stress the low end. And you don't want to stress low end on ham radio. You want mid-range. These are Bose QC35s. My others are 7-somethings. Anyway. But they're good. They have good full sound. But he has a set of 400s, I guess a little heavy for him. So he wanted to go to the Pro sets, and he loves it. So, yeah, Heil equipment is very, very good. Good-ish. That's good. Lewis, he got a Rover Secret Agent Super Spy Scope. That's brilliant. John Hummel, who is a new ham. The advice I got was get on the air, don't be scared, and have fun. Amen to that. Seriously. If this isn't supposed to be fun, I don't know what is, because it's first of all expensive, and second of all, it takes work, and third of all, it takes patience. So have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Build an antenna. That's a fun thing. Build an antenna and watch it work. You'll be blown away at how wonderful your experience is because you learned to build it and it worked. That's how you learn. And if it doesn't work, you learn from that too. Yeah. I think it's really good. Don't be scared and have fun. It's supposed to be fun. I mean, years and years and years ago, when I was doing DX and shortwave, I would buy radios that specifically had filters on them because I wanted to be able to really work the signal. So I selected certain radios that did that. Have fun with it. It can be a lot of fun. It's good. Daniel Bryan with a good question. Quick question. What do you think about an end-fed antenna with a 91 on many things? It'll work. It'll work. It's brilliant. It should work just fine for you. Just make sure you try and get the end high. Get it as high as you can. Like any dipole antenna, height is might. And it makes a big difference. Some people start out like they'll have it outside their shack, right? Second story floor, and they're going up to a tree that's maybe 40, 45, 50 feet high. Brilliant. Should work great for you. Yep. That'll be great, Danny. I think you'll enjoy it. And much fun. Much fun. Andy from the UK, thanks to everyone who gets on this channel. It feels like a big family. Using my iPad and TV to follow the stream, so apologies if I appear to ignore you. You don't know. Don't worry about that, Andy. No, this is, yeah, this helps you, but it helps other new hams too, right? That's what we're here for. You know, we're not reviewing the microphone today, right? We're talking about ways to help people like you. And that's what it's about. And I'm grateful to all of you because you guys are the people who make the show special. And you always have. You always have. You realize this is show number 325? Seriously, I just started this back in August of 2020. And we're to 325. It wouldn't be that way if it wasn't for all of you. Thank you. And a nice comment came from Tom in Bahrain, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. He said, you know, Larry, there's a lot more people coming now that regularly come than used to come. And that amazes me. What I'm worried about is that more people are going to come and I'm going to not be able to remember their call signs. Because to me, it's important to remember your name, your call sign, and where you're from. That's important to me because I want you to feel at home here. That's my hope. Rod in Pennsylvania, I remember the 1958 question because my dad had a CB and a ham store from then till he passed a couple of years ago. Really? How cool would that be? You know, your parent owns like a ham and a CB store and you like it, you dig it. That's awesome. Rod, that's a neat story, man. Wow. A lot of the radio stores here are gone. There still is Ham Radio Outlet, but there's also, I think, a CB store south of me. I need to check it out because there is some stuff I want to still do. Yeah, Sean, thank you. You're one of the Larry Live family, but yeah, I like to think of myself kind of your YouTube mate. Honestly, your mate on YouTube. Guy you can hang out with and talk anything about radio. Any questions, anything. And if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. Just ask. Okay? And if I don't know, someone else will because there's a lot of brilliant people here. Sean, really? You had a heart attack at age 35 myself, 52 now and going strong. Just do as the docs say. Absolutely. Oh, big one. This is new. A new person, and it's one of my favorite places on earth. Hello from Ireland. What a clap. I'm still not supposed to do this. William Conlon. It is an honor to meet you, mate. Thank you for coming today to Ham Radio Live. I know it's very late there. I appreciate you joining the show. It's an honor for you to be here, for me. Okay? For me. Thank you for coming all the way from the Emerald Isle. Wow. Just amazing. Thank you. Jeff, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta. But I like to brag to my friends, I've got metal in my heart. It's funny. And Russ, this is good for people who are new. Listen up. He is Kilo Golf 0 Bravo Kilo. He says, as a volunteer examiner, okay, he is a VE. He's a guy that volunteers his time to help people get licensed. That means on Saturdays, instead of watching college football or doing something with his family, he is at some place trying to help someone else get licensed. And Russ, I applaud you for that. Force of 50 guy right there. Volunteer examiner. It's cool. He said, I recommend taking the tech exam, then play radio. After that upgrade, congrats to those who came in with no license and leave as extra. Good going, but what did you learn? And I can tell you, I'm going to answer this question because I did that. I went from 0 to extra. I learned how to pass the test. That's really true. 0 to extra, learned how to pass the test. But I didn't learn ham radio until I started using it. Truly. That's the honest truth. I did not begin to learn anything until I finally turned the radio on and spent many, many hours trying to catch up with the years I missed not being a licensee. He's right. Spend your time, get your license, and don't stop trying to get a higher license. That would be my advice to you. Don't settle for a foundation. Don't settle for a technician. Don't settle for a general. Don't settle for intermediate. Get your full, get your amateur extra, work hard and get it because that's going to get you more frequencies. And no matter what anybody says, they may say, I'm a general, I'm fine. Look, if you want to work DX, the extra is really important because it gives you a lot of frequencies you need. Remember, Europe can only go 7.1 to 7.2. Some areas can go 7.080 to 7.2. But the point is, a lot of DX is below 7.178. And that's the lowest a general can transmit in the U.S. Make sure to try and go for that extra. Even if you fail it multiple times, try really hard to pass it again. Don't give up because now you get 7.128 to 7.3. Big difference because you're not going to get the Europeans from 7.2 to 7.3 because it's out of their band plan. but you will get Europeans from 7.128 to 7.175, places you can't transmit on. Keep that in mind. And thank you, Russ, for being here. That's a big deal to me. Thank you for what you did. I mean that very much. And Danny, I think we answered that one about the 9-to-1 unun with the end-fed half wave. It should be fine. I think you'll be fine. Learn from it. Build it. Try it. Learn from it. Make sure it works. If you're running an amplifier, please make sure you're using a tuner at the antenna. So antenna, then tuner, then amplifier and radio. Don't put the tuner after the amplifier. The tuner is designed to help to try and make it as resonant as possible for your radio to be happy with your antenna. Okay? Make sure it's before the amplifier because that'll help you. Okay? By the way, I found out today on my amplifier, I burned one final, only one, but one was enough. And it was from hitting the microphone, right? PTT. I'm tuning just to give an idea because I don't want you to make this mistake I did. And it wasn't an intentional thing. It just was an accident. I was on radio teletype. Okay. So I punched RTTY. Okay. And I wanted to tune. I want to make sure I was good. And as I leaned forward, I had my hand, just so you get kind of an idea here. I had my hand like this on the mic. Okay. I'm reaching over like this to hit the operate button and turn it off. Unfortunately, by doing that, once I did that one movement, it put my right arm, which is the one that just surgically repaired, into clicking the mic. All right. You probably heard the noise. Okay. What that did, because I didn't reach the operate position in time, typically the amplifier would always would fault. And then you just start over again. Turn the, tune, make sure your operate button is off, turn it back on. And after you've tuned, you're good. Make sure you never tune with an amplifier engaged, tube or solid state. Don't ever do it. And make sure your antenna tuner is before the antenna before the amplifier. So amplifier goes up here, but your tuner comes first. So it'll help save your amp. Yeah. So one final. Of course. Why not? Anders Kyle is here. Man, oh man. It is really late in Norway. It's an honor. Thank you, Anders. Thank you. Very late in Norway. I mean that very much. And you know, see, this is this shortwave. Okay. Different than ham, different radios. I have 3 Texans, and I'm looking forward to my next power cut. LOL. Texan makes great rigs. I've got the 880. I wish I had the 660 because I like it. I think it sounds a little better than the 880. 880 is it's a little bit bassy, to be honest, but it sounds good. Yeah. Sean, 2 X-ray 0, 2 Echo 0, Extra Bravo Tango. I'm going to say it until I thump this thing through my head. I get, and you talk about an antenna, 80 to 6 meters on my end fed with a 9-to-1. I use an Earth Round 2, which gets rid of noise. Yeah. Good advice. That comes from a full licensee in the UK. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Jeff asked 9-to-1 or 49-to-1. I think the 9-to-1 will work. It depends on how long the antenna is. So, should work. All right, Thor, if you're working on your radio license or a new ham without radio equipment, get on a WebEx-based SDR and listen. Move around the frequencies and listen. Excellent advice. Same thing I said yesterday. Yep, Thor, 100% agree. And you're right. That helps. It'll help you learn not only how to tune things in, right? But you'll learn some of the language we use too, like Q codes. You will learn those. And you'll start to learn how the bands work too. Like it's the middle of the night and I'm listening here to a WebSDR near me and I'm on 17 meters, but I don't hear anything. Why is that? It's because it's a daytime band. Go to 40, go to 80 or 160. You'll find people there. It's like shortwave. Same thing as shortwave. Shortwave works on certain meter bands at certain times of day. Good comment. That's very good. Sean says, I use a 9-to-1. Depends on your location, I think, Jeff. Okay, there you go. Good afternoon to Todd. Good evening. The state of Kentucky is here. Kilo Yankee 4 Tango Golf. What I love about Todd's call sign is he's from Kentucky, and it starts with Kentucky, the actual abbreviation we use for Kentucky. Todd, it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Don, Golf 7, India Mike Oscar, can recommend 49-to-1 over the 9-to-1. Well worth trying. There you go. See, that's what this channel should always be. I really believe that. excuse me, in the comment section, when people answer questions of other hams, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Because that was what this whole thing was designed to do a year and 4 months ago. So that it could become a community of hams that help other people. Thank you. Dawn, sincerely, you have my appreciation. Thank you. Thank you. That's where it should be. This should be a safe place where people can ask questions and get them answered by people who know. It's important. Jeff, in Tennessee, I've got a part end-fed from Vibro. No, he's talking about a paddle. Sorry. A part end-fez from Vibroplex, end-fed half-wave 80 to 10. Best wire antenna I've ever used. It has a 49 to 1 on it. My feed line and it elevated above 20 feet. Perfect. It'll work great. For 20 meters, I think you'll work good. 40 might be a little high takeoff angle, but, like me, I can't work high unless I get adjustable mast up. Without that, I'm messed up. I can't do it. You really need to get a 20-meter antenna 35 feet. It's really optimal there. 40 meters, 40 or higher. It just makes a difference. Takeoff angle's everything. It really is. All right. And Jeff in Tennessee, haven't taken a ham test since I was in my 20s. Should have got my extra then. Okay, so get it now. Do it. Seriously, do it. You may fail it once or twice, but you'll get it. You're a smart guy, and you'll get it. And you're worth it. See, that's the whole thing. You're worth it. Jeff, you're worth it. Go get it. Get the extra ticket now. Because you can change your call sign for free still with the FCC, right? There's no fee yet. And you don't have to worry about paying the fees for your license. Get your extra now. Do it. You can pass. You can. And if you don't, try it the next month. Keep studying. Seriously. I mean that sincerely. Do it. Don't settle for less because you deserve more. Aaron in Wales, I use a 49-to-1 matching unit with a 12-meter vertical and it seems to work. Even made contacts on 160 with 10 watts. Fantastic. Well done, Aaron. That's fantastic. Good for you. Mike Whiskey 7, Oscar Foxtrot Sierra. Good. All right, folks, we've been in this for 48 minutes almost. I'm going to close because it's been a long day, but quite honestly, I didn't want to leave without spending time with all of you. I promised yesterday I would. Tomorrow, good show. Should be fun. We have contest calendar, DXpedition calendar, and your special event station calendar. Plus, we'll have a couple trivia questions and hopefully some fun. We'll have another topic question for tomorrow. I think it adds a lot to the show because it helps get you more engaged, and you guys have always been the stars of the show. I like to keep it that way. My name's Larry. My call sign is Kilo 7 Hotel November. The whole purpose, idea, plan of this channel is to help you get in amateur radio. It's supposed to be like a radio show that you can listen to and take part in. And we're grateful that people from 3 continents have all come. Thank you. This is very late for the show. Contact somebody like the Radio Society of Great Britain. Find them at www.rsgb.org. Hit the contact us bar. If you feel the ARRL might be a better group, hit them up. www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar, and they're going to send you a radio club that's close to you. Then please not only get to know those people, but join the club. Join the club. Then you're going to get so much more out of it. You're not only going to learn how to pass your license, but you're also going to get tips and maybe some gear that you can get you started, right? And they'll help you get started. Reach them at www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. Then do the rest. It's fun. If you want to email the show, hit me up at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. Have a neat sign off today. First time we've done this one. And I got to tell you, remember when we had VCRs, right? And the tracking was bad, right? And you'd be adjusting the little tracking knob and the TV be bouncing around and the audio be jittery. It's one of those. But it's so old, it was hard not to use it. Hope you enjoy it. Until tomorrow, God bless you wherever you may be. And thank you so much for watching Ham Radio Live. Goodbye, everybody.
We do hope that you enjoyed today's entertainment on One. And now from everyone at Television Center to you, wherever you may be, good night, and do have a happy day. Good night.
No, thank you. Special thanks to Dawn. That was so kind. Also, enjoy when it hits top of the hour. There it goes. Always that way. Wherever you may be. Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you may be.
Oh, brother, this is too much.